Willow and I are off on our walk again this morning, and it's such a stunning day here today, especially after the thunderstorm and all of the rain that we had last night. So again, I want to talk about being my future self. I read a book recently called Be Your Future Self Now by Dr. Benjamin Hardy, and in the book he talks about using generative language. So what does that look like? Generative language is, let's use my neighbor for an example. Since I've known her, she's talked about going to live in Australia with her kids, and COVID hit, and then of course all the airlines shut down and nobody was allowed to travel, and then it was really uncertain for her, and she wasn't sure, is she going to go, is she not going to go? And eventually the vaccinations came out, and she said to me she's going to go and do the vaccinations because on the off chance that she'll be able to go and live with her kids in Australia. But every conversation that we had, she talked about being with her children in Australia in present terms. She didn't talk about it as a wish. I wish I could go and live with my kids in Australia. It was always, I am going to live with my kids in Australia. And this went on for about 2.5, maybe 3 years. It could have gone on longer for her because that was the time that we had in terms of this conversation. And the next thing I knew, there was her son, and he came out on an extended vacation, and they went off and they got her visas and everything like that, and boom, gone. She's now living with her kids in Australia. So that was her bringing her future self to her current self, not being from her present self going to her future self, which is the wishing. I wish I could have this, I wish I could be that, I could wish I could do the next thing. She created her future self in her present moment, and she brought her future to her. And now she lives with her children in Australia. So what are you going to do? What is the future self that you're going to create for yourself?